Just like hurricanes come through, 50 Cent came through, and another league of young hip-hop artists came through. We're talking about guys who rap just like as if they're going to puke. Now, many people would say maybe that is whack rap, but to come to the 90s babies, that is fake rap, because that's the generation that grew up with Tupac and whatnot, and Ja Rule and whatnot. And now this millennial generation, I'm talking about you right there, you grew up with Young Thugger. And hey, hell break loose on whoever thinks that is not cool. Well, this is Tin City, one for the cool guys, and guess what? We have some new generation entertainment back here, and guess what? I have 2 school gigs for you. Now, you know what we call that? That is hashtag double freaking trouble. Now, first part of the show, I have a school event from a different school. Second part of the show, I have another school event from a different school, and a lot more fun coming your way. Now, without much further wasted time, Tin City is going to dive into school gigs coming from KISU. That's where I'm at just now. Kampala International School of Uganda, right here in Bukoto. Now, these guys always have a culture day, international day, but other schools call it culture day. But these guys prefer calling it international day. Now, it's a lot of fun that goes right here, because until you come to this guy's international day, you'll never realize that Uganda has a lot of different cultures coming from thousands of different countries and whatnot. Today I've seen for the first time I've met someone coming from Bulgaria, someone coming from Austria, someone coming from this other country I've forgotten, Kazakhstan. Yeah, most of the time you only find probably people coming from India, or from a few parts of Asia, and America. You meet some Germans and whatnot. But hey, until you come here, you meet a big blend that you've never met. And hey, school gigs starts right now, right here at Kampala International School of Uganda.
And in 1985, the European Union leaders decided to choose one anthem, one song, which symbolizes this commitment. And that is Beethoven's Ode to Joy. Alle Menschen werden Brüder. And I think this is a very important message. Now, I want to add something to this, that also alle Menschen should also become sisters. I think we should not leave the sisters out of the story.
still back here at Kampala International School of Uganda for their International Day. You've been seeing a band play some quite great music, live music, yeah? And you've been wondering maybe who they are, what they do they play any other instruments like drums, or it's only trumpets and whatnot? And I'm back here with the main team. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Ronald Kabuye.
Oh yeah, Ronald Kabuye. What's your name?
Rebecca Richards.
What's your name?
I'm Jim Trott.
The rest of us say hi. Now, people have been seeing you guys play today, and they're wondering how easy is it, because I've tried personally to play this instrument, but then I ended up almost blowing up my my cheeks without even getting a sound out of it. How complicated is it?
It's not really complicated. It's all about breathing and how you use your lips. I would believe that everyone can play a brass instrument. It's one of the easiest things to do in the world. So it's only getting your breathing right and even your lips straight, and then the sound comes out.
He says it's a matter of breathing. So if you know how to breathe, which practically everyone can do, you can just play it. Hi, what do you do with Brass for Africa?
I'm the country manager here in Uganda.
And what do you do?
I'm the founder and the executive director.
Oh yeah. So maybe let me just first come in and get the backstory of how it actually all started. Don't just go so far away from me. So why the name Brass for Africa? Why does Africa come into the picture? How does it come into the picture? Why does music or this playing instruments and not managing artists come through this for you?
Well, I'll try and cut a long story short, but I've been visiting Africa a long time with my profession.
You had African foster parents?
Well, I feel like it. I have an African family now, that's for sure. And I started visiting Africa well over 20 years ago, and I started coming to Uganda about 12 years ago. My other passion, aside from what I do for a living, is playing trumpet. And my son plays trumpet, and about 10 years ago, his band, when he was 7 years of age, had 30 instruments that they're surplus, and on a work trip here I brought them out, and I was introduced to some of these guys you see in front of me now, who are with the Emlasada organization.
For the first guys that you had on the team, how did you pick them up? Was it more like Jesus going to guys, find them fishing, find a carpenter, pulling clothes, and how did you get these guys?
The original guys were at the Emlasada orphanage, and they were already getting brass tuition, and they had a small brass band there. And so we just kind of worked with them and built on that to the point where the whole organisation grew organically, and we were wanting more and more people wanted to get involved, but we didn't have the capacity to teach.
I would say that music feeds the soul. It's part of what makes us human and connect to other humans. And
let me ask you a question. Let me interrupt you right there. Are you from Jehovah's Witnesses?
No, I'm not. I am not.
You're getting too spiritual with me, so I was like, are you Jehovah's Witnesses?
No. It's just, it almost can be a spiritual experience to be partaking in music. You're learning how to connect with a team, how to read something, how to play something, and it can be a really nice release. You can express yourself through
more
music.
like therapy.
It can be a type of therapy, absolutely.
Let me cross over to this guy. Sorry about that. Coming back here. What's your name, man?
I'm Michael Nyombi Feston.
What's your name?
Robert.
Mogea Robert. And what's your name, man?
Gilbert Mugisha.
Gilbert Mugisha. So, big man, let me ask you one question. When did you join?
I joined time back, like something like 3 years, 4 years back.
3 years, huh? Yeah. And in those 3-4 years, what do you say? What could you look back at and say you're most proud of, ever since you joined?
I got a lot of experience now. I work with different bands outside, like probably working with some band called Core 9 Band, which is a jazz band. And through Brass Africa, I've got a lot of opportunities and a lot of experience doing a lot of music, and as well teaching outside, doing a lot of like teaching kids. It's a good experience which I've really got.
You're going to teach me how to blow this thing today.
Definitely, I can give you. I can do it for you. Yeah.
Wakey young kids, wakey, get out of your beds. Now, if you're just catching up with me just now, we're just down to the first very part of the show, that is school event, school gigs that went down at Kampala International School of Uganda. They had their International Day. We're going for a short commercial break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned with Evan. Much more fun. This is still Tin City right here on Urban TV.